What's up everybody, it's Slender. Now I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your token gain when doing these reputation runs, and I'm also going to show you what I think are some of the best routes that you can run, and just how to get the most tokens for your time spent. And I'm also going to show you guys a little bit of tips and tricks that I found along the way. So here we go. So one of the first things I want to talk about are the expedition missions from your faction vendor. If you need more tokens, or if you're planning on doing token runs and you're also planning on doing some expeditions, then always check the faction vendor for your faction in, it'd be Reekwater for the Lazarus missions, Eden Grove for the Genesis missions, and of course, Ebonscale for Dynasty, or wherever else you're going to be running these expeditions. So you just go to the faction vendor, you look at the top part of the quest, which are all the PvE quests, and if you don't see a Lazarus, a Genesis, a Dynasty mission, you can just accept the ones that are there and then cancel them, wait 4 minutes, and they're going to refresh and give you new quests and possibly, the quests that you're looking for. Now, another tip for you guys is there's a perk called the loyalty perk. You can get this perk for your bags. So if you have the craft mod, you could craft your own, or you can just go to the auction house, marketplace, whatever you call it, and just put in the perk, for the filters. You just click on perks, you go down to the L's and you select loyalty. That loyalty perk is going to give you increased faction tokens whenever you're running these missions. You can get 3 bags. Now, I haven't done any testing. I don't know if they stack or not. So that's definitely something you should check out. Maybe, search for it, see if anybody knows. But you're definitely going to want to have at least 1 bag with the loyalty perk. And it doesn't even have to be the best bag that you can find. It could be a lower level or lower gear score than, like 550, 600, because those are going to be expensive. So just find a bag or craft a bag and make sure you have it equipped before you start running these missions. Now, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier where I was talking about, refreshing your missions from the faction vendor. If you don't have a Lazarus or Genesis mission, then waiting the 4 minutes. Well, you're going to also want to do that whenever you're looking at which missions to grab as far as the PvE missions go, or even the PvP. So if you have 2 PvP missions where you don't have to kill people, and then the third one is, where you have to kill the other faction players, that's going to take forever. You can actually accept that, cancel it, wait for it to refresh, and see if it gives you a different one, like searching chests and so on and so forth. And you could do the same thing for the PvE missions when doing these faction runs. So if you have like 3 different PvE missions and they're scattered all over the place, maybe 2 of them are next to each other, then take that third random one, cancel it, let it refresh, and see if it puts another one next to those other 2 so you can knock them all out in the same area. That's what I did with the Reekwater quest, and it ended up working out pretty well for me. So another cool tip that I want to share with you guys is the territory standing bonuses. So whenever you're questing, leveling, crafting in a certain zone, you get that random pop-up when you gain enough standing, and you get to pick from like storage or territory standing or trade tax, housing tax. Well, one of those options that may have been overlooked is faction tokens. You can actually get the perk for getting extra faction tokens, and if you're planning on doing a lot of these PvP missions, especially since they've made it so much more lucrative and worthwhile to do, then I would definitely put some points into the faction tokens going forward and just start stacking it up. It's going to help. Now, the final tip I have for you guys, kind of along the same lines, but this is regarding the forts that can be captured. If your faction currently has the Weaver's Fen fort, that actually gives you a bonus to faction tokens as well. Now, the only thing is, I don't know if it's global. I don't know if you have to be in Weaver's Fen doing the missions to get that benefit. I'm pretty sure it's global. So if somebody knows in the comments, and I'll do some research really quick, do some testing. I should have done it before making this video, but I get excited and I just start putting content out. So yeah, I'm going to look into that. If anybody knows if these are global buffs, please let me know in the comments. And if nobody does, I'll do some research and I'll update the description and let you guys know as well. But don't forget about that. Weaver's Fen gives you the faction token bonus as well. So if you stack all these up, you're going to be in pretty good shape. All right, and the final conclusion. I went to Reekwater, I went to Shattered Mountain, did the PvE quest and the PvP quest in Shattered Mountain, and I did the PvP quest in Reekwater. Now, Reekwater is a pretty solid choice. If the fort wasn't already captured and everything went smooth the way I did it, I would have got 4,730 faction tokens in 15 minutes. And then if you multiply that by 4, you're looking at 18,920 per hour. And that's if all the stars line up. It's not always going to be that way, but refreshing the missions can help, etc., etc. Now, I went to Shattered and I did the PvE quest, and I was able to get about 10,620 per hour, which is okay-ish, but not that great. However, when I did the PvP missions, it is so quick, and they give you a little bit more tokens for the PvP ones. And I had 2 really good PvP quests, and then the third one was, kill other players. So I refreshed it. I got another really good one. They're all in the same spot in Mirkgard. And I ended up doing this in 10 minutes, and I got 4,490 tokens in 10 minutes. Multiply that by 6 to get your hourly rate, and you're looking at 26,940 in an hour if you just crank them out. So Shattered, hands down, in my opinion, is the best. Now that doesn't mean that there's no better ones out there. It just really depends on the RNG with the quests that you get, and whether or not you want to take the time to refresh them, wait for some better ones, and get them all grouped up. So that's my guide, guys. I think this is going to be the best way to maximize your token gain, and I hope it helps. So if it did, let me know. And if there's anything that I missed as usual, or something I could do better, some ideas you guys might have to get even more tokens or a more efficient route, then please let me know in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. And good luck out there, guys. We need these tokens. We can make a lot of money. Take it easy.